Hey everybody, I'm sitting here with my friends Derek, Don, and Kelly, and it struck me that there's times probably when, as a viewer, whether you're viewing it, you know, through the reality show or over the internet or in person at a presentation, wherever it may be, we all have these things in our mind that make us wonder, is it real? You know, are these guys really working with influential leaders and people and others in the gay community? You know, we just saw that. Is that real? So, being the honest guy that I am, and I tell everybody I'm not a salesman, I always tell the truth, I'll just tell you, no, it's not real. I hired actors. This one's the best, $1,000 an hour, and his real name is, just tell him.
My real name is Twan. Usually I'm working 9 to 5, pretty much doing my thing at Macy's. Love the ball, love the hoop, but also acting. I'm a thespian. In my free time, so it's what I do. There
you have it, a great actor, and he can just go back to who he wants to be like that.
Who I want to be is who I am.
Right, okay. So you got me.
Let's keep it real, okay?
We're just messing with everybody. We just want to tell you, yes, it's real. You can make money in this, you can get healthy with Big and Out, you can have new friends, you can have a lot of fun. So yes, it's real, but you know, we never took the time to tell you guys why they do this, and honestly, I don't know the truth, so this is going to be a first for me. Take an honest, dig deep in your heart, please. And we said it earlier, you know, the gay community is very blunt and very honest, so tell them, why are you doing ViSalus? I mean, I know you guys have been around before, so tell them.
Well, I think in my situation, I mean, I've spent years from being a performer. I used to be a dancer, and all of a sudden after I graduated from college, all the weight gain came on. It was like, oh my gosh, what's going on, what's happening? So try everything from trying to do Xenadrin, the pills, and you know, that stuff worked for a minute, but of course the weight came on pretty much back at a double speed. And then did everything else all the way to Weight Watchers, and you know, you're dealing with the point system, and thinking, yeah, it was gonna work, and it did work for a little bit, but then over time you kind of get tired of doing the points and eating the same thing, and I know they tried to incorporate variety, and it just wasn't working. So this is it, ViSalus is it, and this is the opportunity to really say, hey, it's time to get back down to what I used to be, and to live that healthy lifestyle again, and hopefully do it for myself, because you can't do it for anyone else. It really has to be for you. And I think, and I know that's why ViSalus is for me.
What's your goal, your health goal?
My health goal is to be back down to 180.
Cool. And what about your finances?
Finances, of course, I'm gonna make some money. That's important too.
How much money do you want to make a month? What would be good?
Additional income, making a good extra 10 grand a month would be amazing.
Good number. Good
would
number.
be amazing.
We've done it before, so we can do it again. Don, what about you?
I think Derek's saying it's small with 10, really.
I have realistic goals.
I'm doing this because I've always had this entrepreneurial spirit, so I think this is a great business opportunity. Besides the health benefits, I mean, I used to be an athlete in college. I used to be a much fitter person, and I actually was on ViSalus for a while, a couple years ago, and it's a good product. But I think for me, it's more about being my own boss. I hate working for somebody else. I have that drive to like be my own person, and that's really why I want to get involved, because I just want to have that life where I don't answer to anyone but myself.
So if you were to supplement your income, what's your goal?
I mean, we should at least go 20, Derek. At least 20,000.
20,000. Here's the beautiful part about it, you guys. We've done it already. So I've learned enough about being an entrepreneur that if someone's done it already, that means it's possible.
Yeah.
And actually anything you can imagine is possible too. So good for you guys. Kelly?
Well, for me, getting on ViSalus and joining up with Jeremy has actually been a life changer. I moved to Columbus in May for a very high stress job. I actually live in Jeremy's loft building as well. And I'm in advertising, and I work, you know, 50 to 60 hour weeks, and didn't really pay attention to what I was eating. Really was all about work, all about, you know, keeping up with, you know, climbing the corporate ladder, etc. And noticed pretty quickly that that led to some depression, and I was, you know, finding myself like a drone going back and forth to work, and that's really not a way to live life. And I was just very, very, very unhappy. I mean, go home from work and cry, that's really not the way I want to live my life. And so I met Jeremy, and he had just had this this personality and this exuberance that I have always wanted to have, and started taking the product. And within a week, I think that I just started, I mean, when you go from eating, let's say, a bagel for breakfast, skipping lunch because you're busy, and lean cuisine for dinner because I'm a single girl, so I don't really cook. And then you go to getting the nutrients of Visalis, which is just amazing. You feel different. Like within 3 days, I felt like a totally different person. I remember I told Jeremy, I said, I'm actually walking down the street smiling at people and saying hello and complimenting people like I see him doing all the time. And I had never done that before. It was literally head down, walk to work, do my work, go home. So for me, it's really not even about, yeah, who doesn't want to make money? But for me, it's, I've met some people through this already who I can tell, like for example, a woman who was going to get knee surgery, and she was going to get knee surgery because she was basically obese. And I met with her at lunch one day, and I told her about Visalis, and I said, you're going to be in a bed for 2 months, and the weight is not going to just, fall off while you're in bed. So, here's the sample. I gave her a few samples, and I said, I really think that you should try this and see, what happens. You could get out of bed with new knees and weigh 20 pounds less. And I just felt so good about myself that I could share with her that opportunity. Whether she takes it or not, I'm not sure yet. And really, people do what they want to do, but just being able to pass on that feeling to other people is why that I joined Visalis.
Well, there you have it. Well, I just learned a couple things, and it's almost inevitable that, if you put yourself first, you can then help others. Is my opinion on this whole thing. And when you can have just a table of 3 people, I've learned this lesson now last year, you can have a table of 3 people that can change an entire community. So I'm excited to see it. Excited to work with you guys, and I know you're going to support each other, that's for sure. So let's take the time right now actually to say, Don, happy birthday. I just
thank you.
Happy birthday, Don! Yay!
So that's us. We are team, what do we call it?
What are we called?
What should be our fun team name?
Team Single Ladies?
Well, speak for yourself.
Team...
Are we going into the game plan?
Team Hit It and Quit It? Oh! I'm just saying.
So...
I had to be a little obnoxious
You
on
guys
that.
think about that.
We'll think about it.
We're going to have a good night. Lesson of the day is never judge a soul, and check your desire every moment you can. So make sure it's there. That's it. Signing off. Calling it a day for me. We've been from, let's see, a meeting with cafe owners from Pakistan, to a meeting with a homeless man, to a meeting with a senator, to a meeting with the food banks of Ohio, to a meeting with a former Ohio State quarterback, to a meeting with the leaders of the gay community, all in one day. Talk about living the life. This is fun. You can do it. You can get paid, or you can just get healthy. So that's it for me, signing off, and I'm saying bye. Good night, guys.
Bye.